When it comes to women of faith, Naomi is one of the first names that spring to mind. Although she didn't have a prominent role in the Bible, this Old Testament figure left an indelible mark on readers with her moving story of loss, despair, and ultimately, God's amazing restorative power. In today's video, we delve into the life of Naomi and how her unwavering trust in God led her from the depths of despair to a place of healing and hope. Join us as we explore the key moments in her journey and discover the valuable lessons they hold for us today. Naomi's journey begins in Bethlehem, which means house of bread in Hebrew. The very name foreshadows the sustenance and provision she will eventually find in God's presence. Born into the tribe of Judah, Naomi was blessed with a loving husband named Elimelech and two sons, Mahlon and Chilion. Their life appeared idyllic until tragedy struck. A famine forced the family to leave their homeland and seek refuge in Moab, a neighboring country. Upon arriving in Moab, Naomi's troubles multiplied. Her husband Elimelech passed away, leaving her to navigate this uncharted territory alone with her two sons. Determined to provide for herself and her family, Naomi remarried one of her sons to Orpah, a Moabite woman, while her youngest, Ruth, wed Boaz, a distant relative of hers who lived in Bethlehem. For 10 years, Naomi witnessed her sons forge new lives in Moab, finding happiness and establishing connections in their adopted home. But fate dealt another cruel blow when both Mahlon and Chilion tragically passed away. Now a grandmother without her sons, Naomi felt utterly desolate. Stricken with grief, she decided to return to Bethlehem, leaving behind her daughters-in-law, Orpah and Ruth, in Moab. As they prepared to part ways, Naomi urged Orpah to seek a future with her people and warned her that she was too bitter to offer Ruth comfort. Meanwhile, Ruth, upon hearing her mother-in-law's plans, surprised everyone by making an astonishing declaration. She refused to abandon Naomi and declared her unwavering commitment to stay by her side no matter what. Touched by Ruth's loyalty, Naomi accepted her daughter-in-law's decision, but continued to express doubts about her own prospects for happiness. Bitterly, she told Ruth, "Don't call me Naomi, which means pleasant. Call me Mara, which means bitter. I am bitter in the sight of the Lord, who has afflicted me." Naomi's heart was heavy with grief and discouragement, believing that God had turned against her. As the journey back to Bethlehem dragged on, Naomi's bitterness grew. However, little did she know that God had a different plan for her. He was about to turn her despair into hope and restore her joy. But the transformation wouldn't happen overnight. It would require a series of events that tested her faith and resilience. As the news of Naomi's imminent arrival in Bethlehem spread, a relative of hers named Boaz heard the news. Coincidentally, he was the man Ruth had married. Filled with concern for his cousin, Boaz decided to send some provisions to Naomi. When the grain harvest began, he instructed his workers to leave a generous portion of grain for Naomi and her daughter-in-law to gather. Upon receiving Boaz's gift, Naomi's heart swelled with gratitude. Though she remained deeply sorrowful, she recognized the kindness her former son-in-law had shown her. Little did she know that this seemingly random act of generosity would be the catalyst for her redemption. With the support of Boaz and other kind-hearted people in Bethlehem, Naomi found solace in their compassion. But it was Ruth who truly stood out as an embodiment of loyalty and love. This Moabite woman whom Naomi had once doubted, became her steadfast companion, refusing to leave her side despite the bleak future that lay before them. Meanwhile, in Bethlehem, gossip about Naomi's return spread like wildfire. People whispered that she had amassed significant wealth in Moab and was now returning to flaunt her fortune. However, the reality was far from it. Naomi had endured nothing but sorrow and loss during her time in Moab. As Naomi and Ruth walked together through the townspeople's whispers pierced Naomi's heart. She feared that these rumors would cause others to reject her and she couldn't bear the thought of losing Ruth as well. With tears streaming down her face, she implored Ruth not to go any further into Bethlehem. Touched by his mother-in-law's anguish, Ruth knelt before Naomi and pledged her unwavering commitment to stay with her. Overwhelmed by Ruth's devotion, Naomi embraced her daughter-in-law and knew that she wasn't just gaining a loyal companion, but also discovering God's faithfulness in action. From that moment on, Ruth and Naomi's bond deepened, setting the stage for an extraordinary turn of events that would change Naomi's life forever. After a hard day's work gathering Boaz's scattered grain, Ruth returned to Naomi with a modest collection of barley, lentils, and peas. Exhausted but grateful for the food, Naomi encouraged her to rest. Little did she know that this humble meal would play a pivotal role in her journey towards hope. That night, Naomi shared with Ruth an old plan she had made while living in Moab. She revealed that she had saved some barley seeds and wanted Ruth to take them to the local mill and grind them into flour. With a heavy heart, she admitted that grinding grain at the town mill was usually reserved for the poorest women and that she might face humiliation there. But despite her fears, Naomi hoped that this small task could provide them with some much-needed flour to make bread. The next morning, Ruth prepared to carry out Naomi's instructions. Before leaving, she kissed her mother-in-law goodbye, assuring her of her unwavering commitment. At the mill, Ruth encountered a kind woman who treated her with respect, likely sensing the depth of her sorrow. Touched by Ruth's humility and hard work, the woman offered her a special opportunity. She invited Ruth to collect all the grain left by other women after they finished grinding their own grain. This unexpected gesture of kindness gave Ruth access to far more grain than she could have imagined, allowing her to bring home a substantial amount to Naomi. This unexpected windfall filled Naomi's heart with gratitude. She realized that God had not forgotten her and was providing for her in miraculous ways. The barley that seemed like a small, insignificant task had turned into a blessing beyond her wildest dreams. Over time, Naomi's perspective on life began to shift. She realized that true happiness didn't lie in material possessions or wealth, but in the unwavering love and loyalty of those around her. Most importantly, she discovered that God's love for her was constant and compassionate, even in the darkest moments of her life. As Naomi's story unfolded, so did the transformative power of faith and hope. From the depths of her despair, she emerged with a newfound appreciation for life and the strength to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Her journey serves as a beacon of light for those facing their own battles, reminding us that even in the most difficult circumstances, God's love can guide us towards healing and wholeness. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Naomi, a woman who personified resilience, faith, and hope. Her story is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and the transformative impact of love and kindness. If you found inspiration in Naomi's journey, we invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your stories have the power to touch and inspire others. Additionally, if you'd like to continue exploring the depths of faith and wisdom, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more enriching content. As we conclude this video, may the words of Naomi serve as a guiding light for you. Do not call me Naomi, for I am bitter. Call me Mara, for the Almighty has made my life very bitter. Yet in the midst of bitterness, Naomi found hope and healing through her faith in God and the unwavering love of her daughter-in-law, Ruth. May her story continue to inspire you on your own journey towards hope and healing.